Good, happy Saturday morning, January 2nd, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Saturday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. I hope you all had a wonderful New Year's Day yesterday and New Year's Eve, and welcome to the new year, everyone. And welcome to this Saturday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. We have a lot of stuff we're going to talk about this morning on The Morning Show with Riley King. We have a little bit of everything for you in this program. So sit back, relax, grab that cup of coffee, and enjoy The Morning Show with Riley King. First up, we're going to talk about your COVID-19 update. Let's take a look at your COVID-19 dashboard from Johns Hopkins University in Medicine. Let's take a look at that right now. And here is a look at that information for all of you right now. Global cases are 84,078,743. U.S. cases are 20,136,701. Global deaths are 100,829,515. U.S. deaths are 347,870. That is a look at your COVID-19 dashboard from Johns Hopkins University in Medicine. And now let's get to some other news. Florida mayor reportedly frustrated over inability to mandate masks. Florida governor won't allow local governments to enforce their mask mandates, causing frustration among some mayors, reported WPLG. Judge tosses suit against VP seeking revisal of election. A judge has tossed out Rep. Louis Gohmart's efforts to overturn the result of the presidential election by forcing Vice President Mike Pence to override the election when votes are finalized by Congress on January 6th. He also said that the intervening electorals alleged an injury that is not fairly traceable to the vice president. Pence had argued that Gohmart should have sued the House and the Senate, not the vice president, in his presiding role. Coronado also wrote that Gohmart didn't allege any harm done to himself as an individual. Following the ruling, Gohmart and the alternate Arizona electors filed a notice of the appeal to the Fifth Circuit of U.S. Court of Appeals. Protesters demand answers in first Minneapolis police shooting death since George Floyd. The 23-year-old Dolo Idia was killed in a shootout with police. Protesters took to the streets on Thursday following the police shooting death of 23-year-old Dahlia Idia in the same neighborhood where George Floyd died in May. Nancy Pelosi's home vandalized with graffiti, fake blood on New Year's Day. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC7 Los Angeles. If we can get the video going. Technical difficulties here.
more
Here we
holistic,
go.
more personalized, more weight loss.
Lose weight on us this winter. Get 3 months free. Ends January 4th.
Awakening to 2021, those garbage bags cover spray-painted graffiti at the San Francisco home of Nancy Pelosi, and that might not be the worst of the vandalism. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Ama Dates. ABC 7 News reporter Luz Pena is live at the scene. Luz, tell us what happened.
We are learning more by the minute. I spoke to several neighbors who tell me that this is an aggressive way to contact or to even get the attention of the Speaker, Nancy Pelosi. As you can see, the graffiti has now been covered with black garbage bags. According to neighbors we spoke to, the vandalism took place overnight. Let me show you a photo of what it looked like. It included a pig's head with what looked like red paint and graffiti on the garage door that read, "Cancel rent and we want everything," with a 2K on the top left corner of the garage door, making reference to the $2,000 COVID-19 stimulus checks being held up in the Senate. Now, the second round of stimulus checks may start arriving in banks of many people after President Donald Trump signed the $900 billion stimulus bill. We contacted also the San Francisco FBI office, and they responded in part with the following. In keeping with the DOJ policy, we cannot confirm or deny specific FBI activity or the existence of any investigation at the moment. Now, many neighbors that I spoke to were calling this an aggressive attack towards Speaker Nancy Pelosi. San Francisco police officers responded to a call at Pelosi's home around 3 a.m. this morning. It's also important to highlight that Senator Dianne Feinstein also lives around this area in this neighborhood. Live here in San Francisco, Luz Pena, ABC 7 News.
Luz, what about the neighbors? Are they concerned?
It's a great question. I spoke to several people who did not want to be on camera. They're trying to keep their identity private, and they're telling me that this has happened in the past, that this is not the first time that they're walking around here and they're seeing graffiti outside of the Speaker Nancy Pelosi's home. They're saying that they also have a private company, a private security company in this area that goes around and possibly they believe those are the people who called San Francisco police at 3 a.m., alerting them of the vandalism that you see right behind us here.
All right, Luz Pena reporting live for us. Thank you so much for the update.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we're switching gears now. Let's go into weather. Let's take a look at the weather across the United States for you on this Saturday. And here's a check of the weather across the United States on this Saturday for all of you. In Boston is 46 degrees with rain. New York City, 54 degrees with some clouds and sun. Washington, D.C., 55 degrees with clouds and sun. Atlanta, 64 degrees with clouds and sun. Jacksonville, Florida, 80 degrees with clouds. Tampa Bay, Florida, 81 degrees with clouds. And Miami, Florida, 79 degrees with clouds and sun. In Phoenix, 64 degrees with sun and a few clouds. Las Vegas, 66 degrees with sun and a few clouds. That was Los Angeles. Las Vegas, 57 degrees with sun and a few clouds. And San Francisco, 56 degrees with clouds. That is a look at the weather across the United States for this Saturday. And let's switch gears now. Let's talk about how to practice mindfulness and self-love in 2021. Let's take a look at that video right now from Good Morning America.
As we launch into a new year, many of us will be making resolutions, and who better to tell us on what to focus on than our own Dan Harris. Dan!
Hey, Happy New Year! I can't repeat what Becky just said, but it was awesome.
Yeah. So, Dan, I'm going to dive right in, and we're getting pretty intense pretty early here on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
A lot of people deal with self-loathing, deal with self-pity, and you're here to tell us you need to focus on self-love.
If you think about New Year's resolutions, often they're based in a kind of self-loathing, a dissatisfaction, shame even, and it does not prove to be a good long-term motivator. That's why most of our resolutions fail so quickly. Self-love as a motivator burns cleaner.
So, as the kids say, Dan, show me the receipts. Is there any evidence to back this up?
Mercifully, I'm not making this up. There are studies that show that if you are motivated by what the psychologists call self-compassion or self-love, you are more likely to stick to your goals long-term instead of being motivated by the sort of inner critic.
So how do you silence that self-loathing and put into practice the self-love?
It is a practice. I mean, that's the key word. You want to move here from platitude to practice, and it takes some work. There are lots of meditation techniques that can help you train this skill, but I'm going to give you a skill now, that a practice now that you can do sort of on the fly and like free range living here. And it was designed by a scientist named Kristen Neff, and she's one of the leading scientists who researches self-compassion. And there are really 3 steps. So if you notice yourself in a moment of self-criticism, the first step is to notice, oh, this is a moment of suffering. You can even say to yourself, I like to say to myself, well, this sucks. And then the second thing you can do is to get some perspective by noticing that millions of people are dealing with this kind of self-laceration right now. You're not alone. And the third is to send yourself some good vibes, to say, may you be free from suffering, may you be happy. I like to say, you're good, or you're okay. And I will own the fact that this is cheesy. This is just straight up cheesy. But as one great meditation teacher has said, if you can't be cheesy, you can't be free.
My self-love voice now is going to be Dan Harris's voice, so that is the voice I'm going to use.
Voice in your head.
Well, I do love you, so it's fair.
That is awesome. And speaking of meditation, Dan is launching a free 21-day meditation challenge with a special focus on self-love and self-compassion. It starts January 4th. To sign up, download the 10% Happier app from wherever you get your apps. Again, it is free. Eva.
We like free.
Yes.
We always like free. Well, hey there.
Awesome. We love free. And switching gears now, let's go into some entertainment news. In today's entertainment news, 5 reasons why Rihanna and A$AP Rocky are a perfect for each other. Let's take a listen to that video from E! News.
Five reasons why Rihanna and A$AP Rocky are perfect for each other. Their friendship goes all the way back to 2012, and if you didn't know, A$AP kind of manifested this, featuring Riri in his music video Fashion Killer. They have been supportive of each other's music, and A$AP was even featured on a remix of Rihanna's single Cockiness back in 2012. A$AP isn't just known for his lyrics, he's also known for his love of fashion. The Harlem rapper has had collaborations with Raf Simons and guests, and has also been featured in Vogue for his range of streetwear to high-end style. But it's also no secret that Miss Fenty is a fashion mogul herself. Bad Girl Riri has some of the most talked-about styles, and she's even launched her own lingerie and luxury fashion line. A$AP opened for Rihanna's Diamonds World Tour in 2013, and when it comes to business, the pair has had a lot of fun at it. Most recently, A$AP collaborated on Riri's skincare launch, and in an interview with GQ and Vogue to promote the new line, A$AP couldn't help but gush about how much he enjoys working with the singer. From attending Fashion Week to red carpets, the pair is hard to miss. They have been photographed at the 2018 Louis Vuitton show together and walked the red carpet at the British Fashion Awards in 2019. The Barbados babe is known for supporting her home country over the years through the Clara Lionel Foundation she founded in 2012. The foundation has created funds for education and emergency preparedness. While A$AP Rocky most recently delivered 120 Thanksgiving meals to the New York homeless shelter where he once lived with his mother in the early 2000s. We can't wait to see what's next with these two, and let's hope A$AP inspires Riri to drop some new music.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Olivia Jade teases return to YouTube. Let's take a listen to that video from Access Hollywood.
I guess I will come back to YouTube. What? Olivia Jade is ready to return to YouTube. The influencer posted a TikTok showing her glam routine, captioning the video in part, "Like this if I should bring back my hashtag vlogs." Well, one person commented, "Please post again on YouTube. I love watching your videos." And the 21-year-old reacted by posting a new video saying she will return to the social media platform.
Thank you so much for the sweet comment. I just want to say, first of all, comments like this actually make my day, and I just am really grateful. And also, okay, I guess I will come back to YouTube.
What? It's been a year since the influencer has posted on her channel, which currently has 1.86 million subscribers. Her announcement comes shortly after her mom, Lori Loughlin, was released from prison for her involvement in the college admissions scandal. Olivia's father, Massimo Giannulli, is currently serving time in prison for his involvement in the scandal. Prior to her mother's release, Olivia joined Jada Pinkett Smith, Willow Smith, and Adrian Banfield Norris on their Facebook Watch series Red Table Talk, where she broke her silence.
I think that what hasn't been super public is that there is no justifying or excusing what happened, because what happened was wrong. And I think every single person in my family can be like, that was messed up, that was a big mistake. But I think what's so important to me is like to learn from the mistake, not to now be shamed and punished and never given a second chance. Because I'm 21, I feel like I deserve a second chance to redeem myself.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And let's take a look at those celebrity birthdays for today. Let's see which celebrities are celebrating a birthday for today. And happy birthday to all of these celebrities. We hope they have a wonderful birthday and a wonderful day. Happy birthday. We hope they have a wonderful Saturday today. And that's gonna wrap it up for this Saturday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Thank you for joining us for this Saturday edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Have a great rest of your Saturday, everyone. See you back here later on today with more news coverage. Goodbye.